Have you ever stopped to think why so many men find themselves frustrated and lost in relationships? Often this is because fundamental truths about women are learned too late. In this video, we'll reveal 6 hard truths that shape the dynamic between men and women. Lessons that can transform your approach to relationships and how you see yourself. From the impact of appearance to the power of emotional self-control, these truths will debunk misconceptions and help you become a high-value man. Ready for this learning journey? Then let's get started. First truth: your appearance says a lot about you. First impressions are formed in a matter of seconds, and physical appearance plays a crucial role in this process. Studies show that we judge a person's competence, reliability, and even success based on their visual presentation. Appearance is not just about beauty, but a clear reflection of discipline, self-care, and self-respect. Imagine a man who adopts a consistent exercise routine, keeps a well-tuned haircut, and wears clothes that suit his style and occasion. He not only improves his appearance, but communicates something much more powerful: that he values himself and is prepared for success. A well-tailored suit, a well-groomed beard, or even clean shoes may seem like simple details, but they have a profound impact on how we are perceived by others. What's more, appearance isn't limited to clothes or physical shape. Personal hygiene, posture, and even the way you look people in the eye during a conversation contribute significantly to the impression you leave. Men who take care of themselves send a clear signal of self-confidence and self-awareness, which are highly attractive characteristics. Human biology conditions us to respond to visual signals. For women, appearance often reflects the ability to take care of oneself, which translates into a perception of security and stability. A man who maintains his physical shape and wears appropriate clothing is not just preparing himself to attract attention. He is demonstrating that he understands the importance of presenting himself well in all areas of his life. Still, it's crucial to remember that appearance is only the gateway. It may attract at first, but it's your values, actions, and emotional intelligence that maintain interest and build lasting connections. A truly attractive man is one who combines physical attractiveness with depth of character and purpose. So while you invest in your external appearance, you should also dedicate time to your personal development. Establish an exercise routine, update your closet, and take care of your hygiene. But don't forget to nurture your mind and spirit. This irresistible combination of visual presence and inner strength creates a lasting and profound impression. Second truth: money and status speak louder than you think. Although money and status are often seen as determining factors in attraction, what really matters is what they represent: stability, ambition, and competence. Wealth alone is not attractive. It is the way a man manages his resources that conveys power and responsibility. Evolutionary biology shows us that women look for partners who can offer security and comfort. But this goes beyond figures in the bank account. It's about demonstrating control over your life, a vision of the future, and the ability to face up to challenges. Consider a man who sports an expensive watch but has uncontrolled debts. He may impress on the surface, but his lack of financial management soon becomes apparent. In contrast, a man who lives simply but has solid investments and a well-defined growth plan conveys discipline and stability, characteristics that arouse respect and admiration. Building status also involves investing in personal development, expanding knowledge and skills that add value over time. High-value men understand that the true power of money lies in its ability to create opportunities and offer security, rather than in superficial ostentation. For example, prioritizing continuing education, health, and meaningful relationships is a way of building a solid status that doesn't depend on material objects. Men who channel their resources into achieving long-term goals show ambition and determination, essential traits for those who want to be admired and respected. Status, on the other hand, can be cultivated without arrogance. It's not about impressing with grandiose stories or luxurious possessions, but about adopting a confident posture that reflects competence and vision. A man who is recognized for his work ethic, his principles, and his ability to contribute to the well-being of those around him builds a status that is authentic and lasting. So, as you seek financial stability, remember that the goal is not just to accumulate wealth, but to use it to create a life that reflects your values and purpose. This not only attracts high-quality partners, but also solidifies your confidence and self-respect. Third truth: chasing never leads to success. The idea that constantly pursuing a woman will bring rewards is an illusion that many men harbor. Human psychology reveals a fundamental principle: scarcity. When something is excessively available, its perceived value decreases dramatically. This applies directly to human relationships. The incessant search for attention or validation is often interpreted as desperation, which in turn reduces attractiveness. Imagine, for example, a man who is always available for messages, responds immediately, and cancels important appointments whenever he is called for a meeting. This attitude, which may seem like dedication, is often perceived as a lack of self-priority. The analogy is clear. A product on sale may be attractive initially, but its extreme accessibility reduces its perceived value. A high-value man doesn't chase, he attracts. He operates from a place of abundance, where his self-esteem doesn't depend on external validation. Think of the example of Marcus Aurelius, who, even in the face of the greatest adversity, maintained his composure and self-esteem. He knew that his value came from within, and not from the approval of others. Psychological studies confirm the power of scarcity. When something seems rare or difficult to obtain, it automatically becomes more desirable. Applied to relationships, a man who demonstrates that he has his own priorities and goals communicates that he is not desperate for attention. This independence makes him more attractive and respected. The change begins when a man stops chasing and directs his energy towards personal growth. By focusing on his own goals, he not only increases his perceived value, but also inspires respect and admiration, essential elements for any healthy connection. Fourth truth: being too good is a fatal mistake. The nice guy trap is a common misconception. The idea that being overly kind and always saying yes will result in love and acceptance. Although kindness is a virtue, when it lacks boundaries and authenticity, it can be seen as weakness. Differentiating genuine kindness from complacent behavior is essential. Genuine kindness reflects values and integrity, while complacency is often motivated by fear of rejection or a need for validation. Think of a man who never expresses his own opinions and is always willing to abandon his plans to please others. He may seem pleasant at first, but over time, this behavior tends to breed disrespect. Why? Because it conveys that they don't value their own needs or priorities. Imagine a friend who agrees with everything you say. At first, it might seem nice, but soon you'd start to question whether their opinions are genuine, and you'd lose respect for them. Genuine kindness is charming, but it's firmness that inspires admiration. Setting clear boundaries is a demonstration of strength and self-respect. Men who know how to say no when necessary show that they value themselves. On the other hand, those who bend to any demand to avoid conflict end up losing their authenticity and, consequently, the respect of others. Setting limits doesn't mean being rude or insensitive, but being clear about what is acceptable to you. For example, a high-value man may be kind and considerate, but he won't sacrifice his principles or well-being to please you. This demonstrates self-confidence and integrity, which are highly attractive characteristics. When a man is kind just to win approval, he reveals an emotional dependency that can alienate others. On the other hand, being kind because it reflects his personal values communicates that he acts with intention and authenticity, and not to manipulate or please. Remember that the balance between kindness and firmness is the key to building healthy and respectful relationships. Men who combine kindness with strength of character create connections based on mutual respect, while those who are too nice, without limits, become predictable and uninteresting. Fifth truth: men without emotional control lose trust. Emotions are inherent to the human experience, but the way we manage them can determine how we are perceived. The difference between being emotionally open and emotionally unstable is crucial. Being vulnerable and sharing feelings at appropriate times can create connection, but emotional lack of control, such as angry outbursts or impulsive attitudes, is a great repellent. Men who can't control their emotions come to be seen as unpredictable, which undermines the trust and emotional security that women value in a partner. Emotional intelligence is the key to achieving this balance. It involves recognizing and managing one's own feelings, understanding the impact of emotions on others, and responding rationally rather than reactively. Imagine a man who, when faced with a setback at work, explodes in anger or blames others. Now compare that with a man who takes a deep breath, analyzes the situation and acts logically to solve the problem. The former generates discomfort and insecurity. The latter inspires confidence and respect. Developing emotional intelligence starts with self-knowledge. Identify the triggers that provoke your most intense reactions and work on responding to them in a more mature way. Practices such as meditation, reflective writing, or even seeking feedback from trusted people can help improve your ability to manage emotions. Also, learn to communicate your feelings clearly and calmly. Saying something like, "I'm frustrated because this didn't turn out the way I expected, but I'll find a solution," shows emotional maturity and a focus on resolution, rather than just expressing dissatisfaction. Emotional security is one of the pillars of attraction. Women look for partners who can offer stability, both in moments of joy and challenge. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions or being cold, but finding a balance that demonstrates inner strength. Showing that you can handle difficult situations without losing control is a sign of resilience and confidence, qualities that not only attract, but also sustain healthy relationships. High-value men know that well-managed vulnerability is a powerful attraction. Sharing feelings at opportune moments demonstrates trust and openness, while lack of control alienates, as it is interpreted as immaturity. Therefore, the goal is not to eliminate emotions, but to use them as tools to connect and build relationships based on mutual respect. Sixth and final truth: weakness is the end of desire. Weakness is one of the greatest enemies of desire because it communicates instability and a lack of preparation to face life's challenges. But what defines weakness? It's the inability to deal with adversity, giving up easily in the face of obstacles, and allowing negative emotions to govern your actions. Well-managed sensitivity can be a virtue, but constant fragility conveys insecurity, driving away the respect and admiration that sustain attraction. Women are naturally attracted to resilient men who demonstrate emotional and psychological strength by facing difficult situations without falling apart. A man who, when he loses a job, quickly reorganizes himself, draws up a plan, and executes it, communicates strength. On the other hand, a man who falls into a cycle of self-pity and procrastination sends the message that he doesn't have the internal resources necessary to sustain a relationship, let alone a balanced life. Developing emotional and mental strength requires practice and intention. Reading philosophies such as Stoicism can offer profound insights into how to face life with courage and serenity. Practices such as meditation help cultivate mental clarity, allowing you to remain calm even in high-pressure situations. In addition, accepting daily challenges and facing them head-on is one of the most effective ways to build resilience. From accomplishing small goals, such as waking up early, to exercise, to dealing with constructive criticism without reacting defensively, each victory contributes to strengthening your character. Strength does not mean an absence of vulnerability. On the contrary, admitting your limitations and actively working to overcome them shows maturity and courage. A man who allows himself to learn from his falls and come back stronger not only gains self-respect, but also becomes an inspirational figure for others. Remember that long-term relationships require consistency, patience, and the ability to navigate through challenging times. A resilient man is seen as a pillar of security and stability, indispensable qualities in both life and love. Being strong doesn't mean never failing, but rather having the ability to get back on your feet with renewed determination. Imagine a man who abandons his dreams in the face of the first difficulty. He sends out the message that he will be unable to sustain a relationship in difficult times. A man who persists, adjusts his strategies, and continues to pursue his goals demonstrates resilience, an essential quality for life and desire. We've come to the end of this video, where we explore the 6 hard truths that many men only learn too late. From avoiding the search for validation to understanding the impact of emotional control, we've seen how these lessons can change your perspective and your results in relationships. Now, the question is, are you willing to apply this knowledge and become a high-value man? Share in the comments which of these truths caught your attention the most. Don't forget to like, subscribe to, and share this video. See you next time.